Hello again. Got a very special soprano comparison today. Two sopranos that you don't see very often. Of course, the Ole sopranos. They've not been making the soprano size very long, though they are making more of them and in more wood combinations. Glad to see that. I don't know the exact number of Ole sopranos made, but like I said, it's definitely not a huge number yet. I believe it will be one day. Cocobolo's ukuleles. He don't normally make the soprano size. Normally he makes a long neck soprano. That's a 15-inch scale soprano. That's usually his smallest size. But he has made some standard sopranos. This one was a custom order from him. They got to choose their wood and everything, and absolutely spectacular wood on this one. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. Love the binding and the accents and everything on it. It's just absolutely lovely. Go ahead and talk a little bit about the physical differences in these. The Ole has a 36.5 millimeter nut, according to my measuring. 27 millimeter string spacing at the nut. Has a 45 millimeter string spacing at the saddle. The Cocobolo ukuleles has a 34.5 millimeter nut, according to my measurements, and the same 27 millimeter string spacing at the nut with a 42 millimeter string spacing at the saddle. Weight wise, there's a good little bit of difference in these ukuleles. The Ole's a whole lot lighter at 408 grams. For the bigger body size of the soprano, that's a really nice weight. I wouldn't say it's extremely light. Most of my sopranos weigh around the 340 to 350 grams. But like I said, this one has a larger body. So, I mean, you're going to have, you got more wood, you're going to have a little bit more weight. But absolutely, spectacular instrument. And like I said, it's a good light built ook. It's just a little bit bigger than a normal soprano. The Cocobolo's ukulele. This one's name by its owner is Moto Moto. It's a heavy little thing. 591 grams is what this one weighs. And this is not a heavy built ook. The biggest difference in these ukuleles as far as weight is the density of the wood. Very, thin panels, on the Ole also. But thin top and back and sides on this Cocobolo. I've said before that it's a lightly built heavy oak, out of heavy wood. The only thing really any heavy duty built on these Cocobolos is I noticed that the bracing is just a little bit larger than I see on most ukuleles. And I believe that's because of the extreme density of the Cocobolo wood to help hold them, help hold that wood, together better and keep it from, moving and splitting and that type of thing. But like I said, a heavy oak. It is heavy, but no way around that. I mean, when you pick it up, you can feel it. My Cocobolo concert is 800 grams. Absolutely, ginormous by ukulele standards. But holding them, playing them, I never ever feel the weight on these ukuleles. Extremely good balance on the Ole too. Extremely good balance on the ukuleles, and that more than the overall weight is more important to me than the like I said, more than the overall weight. Fit and finish wise, both of these are absolute top quality ukuleles. The Ole's and everything are just perfect. There's no kind of blemishes or finish issues. Nothing like that. Both of them, extremely professional, very dignified, look on the Ole. Of course, they got their design down that kind of carries over on all of them. Those side fret markers and things like that. This one has kind of a rope binding, a small rope binding around it. I really like the looks of it. It has a really nice aesthetic to it. But the Cocobolo now, and this is not in any way Ole's uh, high-end, model. They have a whole lot more extravagant wood combinations. But the Cocobolo, I mean, that wood is just absolutely stunning. Both the Cocobolo and the Ole, the finish on them, both of these are satin finish. And I mean, I've always said Cocobolo ukuleles has one of the best satin finishes that I've ever seen on an ukulele. And well, I really feel, the Ole, the sheen to it and everything is a whole lot like the Cocobolo, in looks and everything. Now, I'm sure the finishes are different. I'm not saying they're the exact same finish or anything, but, just both of them are really nice satin. Both of them feel real good in your hands and everything. The corners on the Cocobolo might be a little bit more rounded than on the Ole. Has just a little bit of a softer feel on those edges. Messed my hair. I'm having a bad hair day. If y'all got a recommendation, a good shampoo and conditioner for white hair, I could probably use it. Sound wise, both of these are strung with their stock strings. The Cocobolo's ukulele is strung with the exact same strings as my concert Cocobolos, the standard Worth Browns. I believe these are the concert size Worth Browns also. Like I said, he doesn't really make very many sopranos at all. I absolutely love these strings on my Cocobolo concert. I've actually wore those completely out on my concert. On this little soprano, I feel that they're just a little bit too low tension for it. The extra, that's a 16-inch scale on my concert. And that extra length really gives it more tension and, just drives it, better. Not to say, I mean, the Cocobolo is not lacking in any way, but after especially playing it with these Ole strings are higher tension, got a lot of power to them. And, I just really want to see what those Ole strings do to this Cocobolo. I think they'll move it even more. But the Cocobolo has really got an amazing sound to it. Really, really pure and clear tone. Do just a tiny bit of Wild Mountain Thyme if we can. I'm going to try to pick it with my thumb. It really likes thumb picking. I'm not doing very good on that thumb picking. I've been trying to practice that more and more. Normally I pick with my fingers, just use the thumb on the top string, but I've been trying to practice with that a little bit more. Let's do a little thumb picking on Wild Mountain Thyme on this one, see what it sounds like. The Oli, really, really nice sound. It's punchy. Making a lot of mistakes right now while playing. Even just my simple chords that I'm the most used to, I'm still just messing them up something awful lately. But I need to make some sound samples, so we're just going to put up with the mistakes. That's just part of it. And well, everybody goes through the slump, and I just feel like I'm in a slump when we're playing right now. Oli is a little louder, a little warmer. A good bit more resonant than the Cocobolo right now, but those are a lot more powerful strings. Really help with that too. Cocobolo sounds amazing. The tone's probably a little clearer than the Oli is right now. A little bit more, pure sounding. Not quite as resonant, but probably longer staying. Than the Oli has. I just feel these strings are a little too low tension. If I get in them too hard, they want to get a little little twangy on me. But like I said, every little bit of that I commented on, I really think that the more powerful strings will bring a whole lot more out, even in the oldie. In the Cocobolo. I think it'll make it a good bit louder than it is. It's plenty loud, got a good volume. It really likes thumb picking. A whole lot better right now than it does my little light strums and things with the tips of my fingernails. It likes the thumb picking a whole lot better with these strings. Both of these absolutely spectacular ukes. Both of them extremely comfortable to play. Radius fretboard on both. Nice size frets. These are really big, tall frets on the Cocobolo. The Oldie has big, tall frets, but they're also very, very wide frets. I'm not real sure how much difference there is in that. As long as that, it's got a really nice tall fret. I really like the bigger frets on them. But I ain't going to complain about, a wider fret in any way on the Oldie. Both of them have really amazing fret markers. I love the side fret markers on the Oldies. Absolutely love those. Very easy to see and identify where you're at on the fretboard. Cocobolo ukuleles have standard round fret dots, but they're very large. They give you one on the third, which I just like. I've always liked, if you're going to put them down through there, go ahead and give me one on the third too. But that Cocobolo don't hold back on the fret markers. They give you a whole bunch of them. And on the side dots, they have a very large side dot, and they give you, lots of them also. Side sound port on the Cocobolo, I really like that. Of course, the Oldie is, they have a whole lot more fancier Oldies with more binding choices and, colors and things like that even. But of course, this Cocobolo is just absolutely stunning in its details and things. I really feel like this is a miniaturized version of my concert. Really has, the feel and everything to it, just like my concert does. A smaller and more narrow and everything headstock on the Soprano. I feel like the headstock on my concert looks a little big, which he makes them a little big, I believe, to give the concert, good balance, because of the, extremely heavy, bodies on them. But of course the Soprano didn't need that quite as big of a headstock. And like I said, his balance is just absolutely perfect on these ukuleles. I really feel, this is just a work of art. In every way, it really is. Cocobolo ukuleles, I really feel they are one of the top ukulele makers in the world. I really feel like that. And I feel like it about Oldie. Of course, Oldie has, bloodlines, in the in the ukulele industry. And, you can really, tell that, they're leaning back on more experience than just the few years or so that Oldie has been actually producing ukes. Absolutely, astonishing instrument. But like I said, as far as looks, boy, that flashy, color. Both of these are strung with the Goto UPTs, black on both of these. Best tuner on the market as far as I'm concerned. Just absolutely stunning ukuleles. I'll be getting another sound sample. I could just play, it would help a whole lot. They sound a whole lot better when you play them good. I'll be getting more sound samples on this one once I do the string change, and I'll let those Ole strings settle a little bit. I really think it's going to wake this one up and give it a good bit more punch. And not that this one's sleepy. Like I said, I just feel that these strings are just a little too small diameter on it and a little too low attention, and they sound a little plinky to me sometimes. But the Ook really does have some amazing tone, and like I said, I know those Oles are going to really be nice on it. I've also got some Aquila B blacks. If the Ole strings just end up seeming to be too bright on it, I think those Aquila B blacks will be a good thing to try. Those are really nice strings, and I've used them on several Ooks when you want a really good, powerful string. And different Ooks, like different tension strings and things. And I really think, well, like I said, he doesn't produce sopranos. And I think if he did produce sopranos, he would probably send them out with a different string set than what he's got on these. He probably hasn't even experimented a whole lot with the soprano size. But I'm going to, and we'll see what happens with it. But I am so impressed with the Cocobolo ukuleles, as I am the Oles. Oles are absolutely stunning. I plan, I will probably have me an X-braced Ole one day. I wouldn't mind trying out their concert, but to be honest, I'm so impressed with the soprano. I think I would probably just like to have one of their X-braced sopranos one day, rather than a concert. I feel like my concert collection is, extremely large, and which my soprano collection is getting that way. But a really good soprano in that concert type feel is something that I don't really have in my sopranos yet. And I would like to seriously probably visit one of these Oles one day. The Cocobolo, absolutely amazing, stunning ukulele. Like I said, he doesn't make too many of these. You'd probably have to custom order one unless you're just lucky enough to find one pop up on the used market. This one is not. The owner absolutely loves this one, and I can't say I blame him at all. I love it. I mean, my concert is just beyond stunning. I have it strung up with a low G, and I say it's my favorite guitar, my favorite little tiny guitar, and that's what I feel like it. It really is. It's got just a boom to it. And like I said, those same strings are just a higher tension on that 16-inch scale, and I know a little bit of higher tension strings on this one is really going to give me that boom and everything like I experienced on my concert. That's just what I'm looking for.